Back here on another Star Rail video. I'm gonna keep this shit short and sweet. You already seen the title, so you already know how this go. Now, this is my alternate account because I play alternate account on PlayStation. I'm not giving PSN no damn money. Oh yeah, I forgot about this guy, but he's part of what I want to talk about. Um, that's cool because I don't think this account had any preservation characters, so that's cool. Whatever. All right. So we got a real big issue with these light cones, man. Like we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. Especially with the remembrance path. Like this is my free to play account, so it's a bit different. Now, when you see me make videos with Zenless, I explain how I don't really feel incentivized to have to spend money on this game, and I still kind of feel that way, but I'm gonna get to that in a little bit too. Star Rail is completely different. I've kind of left this comment on most of the creative videos. I've said this on most of the Discord. I actually have seen people actually post about this too, but they only strictly have kept it to remembrance. I think the issue is a lot broader than that. And I actually have the example character too, which is actually great. I feel like ever since you could say that Linksha Sunday window, and I don't have either one of those icons for them, but you could say from that Linksha Sunday window, because Linksha feels like to me the last character, the last 5-star character that doesn't need her light cone, other than the best character in the game, Hyacinth. I and I've seen people like I've seen people try to like defend it, but I don't understand it because like let's say we're using Evernight. I had to get her light cone too, but that's not really much for the flex. It's just because without her light cone, what am I going to use? Well, I can use Caster's light cone, but pretend Caster's light cone is not here. What am I going to use? This light cone is absolutely useless for her. I mean, yeah, it does the skill boost, and I got enough to push it up, but I have to. But like I said, it's my free account. I don't really play on this account much, so I'm kind of saving for the destruction light cone for Finite because I'm pretty sure he can rock with that. But anyway, this light cone is completely useless for. This light cone is completely useless for casters. Actually, it's actually worse for casters because casters does not want the speed. So if you had this S5, this actually does this actually works against Castor's entire kit. Well, not entire kit, but a good piece of kit. So what are you left with? This thing right here? I mean, sure, but at the same time, it's still really not doing much. Like it's not really doing, but I mean, you can use it actually on the Trailblazer, which I use. I use it on the Trailblazer on my main account. I actually use this on my highest on my main account because I didn't go for high like home because she doesn't need it. Honestly, Hyacinth doesn't even need to be at 200 speed. She doesn't. Like if my my Hyacinth's not even at 200 speed, but Remembrance works so well together when you have these characters with the light cone that it doesn't really matter. Especially if you have casters with the light cone and you at least have an eye line in it. But what other option are we going to use? This thing right here, sure, but it doesn't have. It's not going to have the stats. It's not going to have the stats. It's not going to have the stats that these ones have. And you want HP for Evernight. You want HP for casters. So this light comes completely dead out of that. So is this one. And gone are the days where I don't think I have that light cone on. I don't think I have that light cone on me because I don't play on this account much. Gone are the days where, yeah, gone are the days where we can run Ron May with meshing cogs and what I'm saying it's all gravy. Everything is good. Those days are gone. I mean, I'm cool with that because I guess the power creep thing going. But The thing is, when Ron May came out, she had this thing right here she could work with. 4-star light cone. She had this thing right here she could work with. 4-star light cone. I don't know if you were really using this unless you were still running the jing loose, break jing, yeah, whatever. I'm not even gonna get into that one. But ice break has always been fun. That's why they won't give us no real ice break characters because having to break on top of the freeze, it gets crazy. So, but you see what I'm saying? Even though Rame had that, I mean not Rame, but even though Harmony never had that problem, but you had specific characters that had these sorts of problems, but they could still work with this like cone and this one. And to be honest with you, Rame's light cone just kind of goaded because I mean it kind of if you have a bunch if you just have breakaway stats that you really didn't even like let's say you don't have a lot of time to farm gear more often than not, gear grind is gonna fuck you anyway. So you you gonna end up you gonna end up with you gonna end up with some guy that you want to have speed and attack sub stats. They're gonna have those sub stats, but you might end up with the crit damage or the break effect, blah blah blah. Ryan May like Cone, I mean shit for a small size break effect, you have something that benefits a lot of these Harmony teams because a lot of them use skill. I, I say this because I always like Cones like I said, that's how bad you know it is. I'm using this light cone for Sunday. I I just haven't I haven't spent a lot of time with these teams. It's just pretty much just play the story and get these characters. But this issue comes even worse when you start to look at this dude. Now I've read this dude's kit. I haven't used him, but I've read his kit. Honestly, it seems like he needs his light cone. He wants his light cone, or he wants the battle pass light cone, which is also my bad, which is also a problem. My bad. Let's just forget about it. Which is also a problem with remembrance, where remembrance has the same problem, and it's kind of the same. It's kind of the same. I don't play Genshin, that Palmon. Damn, it's not Palmon. Palmon's a Digimon. Whatever the fuck his name is. That little mascot thing kind of drove me off the game. So I never played Genshin, so I can't really give reference for that. I played during that Venti banner when the game came out, and that's it. Like 3 days into it, I couldn't take that damn thing. Like like you go into the my bad, PlayStation always does it for some reason. Go into the neighbor's home. I ain't done none of this shit. Go into the neighbor's home. Look at that. Crit damage dipped by the minimum sprite by 24%. I mean, you still gonna run. You're not gonna run. I don't think you're gonna run into it. I think this one has more HP on base than the free one does. I might be wrong about that, but I can go back and look at that. Like these light cones are actually okay. They're really okay. I really like this one. I have that one on my main account. I really like that one. Most of these light cones I don't have because I haven't bought the battle pass in a while. I have that. I have this one too. I use that on my Herda because I have heard of light cone, but I can't remember who I use her light cone on. I like mixing and matching a lot of stuff, and I like using certain light cones that give me the stats that I really feel like I need. This was pretty good too. This was pretty good too. It's but it goes back to the problem I'm looking at. I don't see why we don't have a free to play remembrance cone, or if there's a gotcha one that gives credit, I haven't seen it. I haven't pulled it on neither one of my accounts. Which my main account, I spent a shit ton of money on it. I've never pulled a crit rate remembrance icon, so I don't think there's one in the game except for this one. I don't understand why you can't give us a like yeah, yes, a 20 crit rate and the 35 on max. So I don't understand why we don't have a free version that maybe gives us. Damn, I really want to be lowballing if I sell like 7% crit rate at max. Even that would help. Maybe like eight, maybe like 12% crit rate S5 with an extra effect, or just the baseline 22, 24%. You know, for some reason they don't like doing 25. I don't understand what's up with them. But 22, 24% crit rate baseline, that's it. And maybe you get like a, I don't know, like, I don't understand. I understand because they're trying to make money, but this account got lucky. It's not feasible for people to want to play this path if you're not spending money. This account's lucky because really, this account I still haven't even finished Pentacone. Um, I think I have like every single. How you go to? I think I haven't completed any of these events. Like none of them. None of these events I have completed on this file. Like they're still telling me about future market. I don't see why I don't see it up there, but oh yeah, I completed this March event. But you see, none of these other events. Yeah, look, I haven't even unlocked that because I haven't beat future market. So yeah, I can start that event. Haven't started it yet. So this account got pretty lucky because it doesn't really have anything up there. You know, ability of foresight. You know how this goes. So we ain't got to spend too much time talking about this shit. So it's not feasible to build this thing when you're telling me, because I've done this on my main account, that I have to spend $200 to get Casterus, her light cone. I don't have her E2 on this account because yeah, fuck that. I'm not trying to bury my account. I'm not trying to bury my account this early. Like this is my alter. I'm not trying to bury it. But having to go in and do that on your main account, spending the 200 because you have to win. You got to get casters. You have to win the 50-50. Then you have to get the light cone. I'm fine with getting casters to getting the light cone. That's fine. But seeing that the E1, really the E2, but the E1 is pretty much mandatory on this character. It's kind of deeper than what you've done for Super Break. The Super Break, other than 5-5, I like Cone. You can run, you can run Rapper. Rapper doesn't care. Like Rapper doesn't care. She's gonna get her shit off. Um, Fugue, I have Fugue's like Cone, but that's just more of a personal choice. I don't think she really needs her light cone either. Boot Hill, I don't have Boot Hill on either account. I couldn't tell you. Um, who else? Jay Shui, like she's pretty good enough on break with different. But Super Break's a different kind of beast because you had characters like Himiko and Lil Herder that'll come in and just do and can rock crazy on Super Break because you know how that mechanic works. This mechanic is completely different. This path is completely different because they cover bases for each other,